Last Friday, around 9 p.m., Ajika A.J. Owens, a mother of 4, was shot and killed by an unidentified woman in Ocala, Florida. According to civil rights attorney Ben Crump, who is now representing the Owens family, A.J.'s children, who are 3 to 12 years old, were playing in a field next to an apartment complex when a 58-year-old white woman allegedly began yelling at them to get off her land and calling them racial slurs. According to Crump's statement, the children left, but accidentally left behind an iPad, which the woman took. When one of the kids tried to retrieve it, the woman threw it, hitting the boy and cracking the screen. Ms. Owens walked across the street to speak to the woman. But Crump's office says when she knocked on the door, the neighbor allegedly shot her through the closed front door. The bullet hole is shown here in photos provided by Crump's law firm. Owens was shot and later pronounced dead at the hospital. The shooter responsible has not yet been identified, arrested, or charged. The family held an emotional news conference today to demand answers and, importantly, an arrest. The Marion County Sheriff's Office also held a press conference today. They did not confirm or deny Trump's account, but they did say they know who the shooter is. There had apparently been an ongoing feud between the shooter and Owens about her children. The sheriff also shared that when Owens came to the shooter's door, there was a heated exchange before Owens was shot through the door. At least 2 of the children may have witnessed the shooting. Joining me now in their first interview is Pamela Diaz, the mother of A.J. Owens, A.J.'s son, Isaac Williams, and Ben Crump, the attorney representing the family. Thank you all for being here. And I am so sorry for your loss. I've been sick about this all day, to be honest, since I heard about it this morning. So I'm so sorry for your loss. But I want to just make sure that I got all of those details correct, Ms. Diaz. Is there anything you want to correct about the way that I told the story?
Thank you, Joy, for the opportunity to speak with you. I would like to say that yes, there was an iPad left behind. My grandson, the daughter of Ajika, did go back to retrieve it. The woman, Susan, did have it. The white woman, Susan, had it, would not give it back to my grandson. An item was thrown at him. He went home to tell his mother, as any normal child would do.
Yep.
As a parent of any child hearing such news, would go to the adult home to ask what happened. She simply knocked on the door. The woman shot her through the closed door with her son, 9 years old, standing next to her.
Let me ask you about the...
Yes.
No, I'm sorry. Go on.
My daughter did, as I said, any parent would do. Want to talk to the adult to find out why she had his belongings, why she threw items at her child. She simply knocked on the door, was unarmed, no weapons, just wanted answers, wanted to speak to another adult regarding an incident involving her 9-year-old son, who was standing next to her.
And let me ask you about this, because the sheriff has tried to portray this as a feud. But these are little kids, you know, these are babies that are playing, which what kids are supposed to do. It is your understanding that this woman called the children racial slurs? I'm assuming I know what racial slur that you mean.
The N-word, slaves, other profanity, B-words, you name it. This was not the first incident. This has happened numerous times.
Let me go to you, Ben, because I lived in Florida for a long time. I have had to knock on and ring the doorbells of neighbors for, you know, issues regarding our kids. That seems like the most normal thing that a mom would do. If there's ever a problem, our kids would come and get me or their dad, and we would go and talk to the neighbor. That is the normal way the world is supposed to work. But now in Florida, you have stand your ground. And I can't imagine kids could trick or treat in Florida now, because it's too terrifying, because there are people who would shoot anybody that they see coming at their door or on their driveway. How is it possible, though, that with the door closed, this woman can have access to the stand your ground law. How can you say you're standing your ground when there's a closed door between you and the woman, the mom, standing outside your door with a 9-year-old child?
Joy Reid, it is asinine when they try to justify this unjustifiable killing of this mother of 4 who was killed in front of her children. I mean, it is heartbreaking on every level. And the fact that they have not arrested this killer is appalling. We know, Attorney Thomas and I talked about, if the roles were reversed, there is no way they could tell us they would not have arrested a black woman from shooting a white woman through her door. She could have called 911. She could have did 100 other things, Joy Reid, than to use deadly force. And it is unacceptable. And we can't send this message that it is okay in America to shoot black people for ringing doorbells like Ralph Yard in Kansas City, or now like A.J. Owens in Ocala, Florida. The wrong message, America.
Ms. Diaz, tell me about your daughter. Tell me what she was like.
My daughter was an amazing mom. She lived for her children. She was active. She was a cheer mom. She was a football mom. She sent her children. She made sacrifices so that they could attend private school. She was a manager in the hospitality industry, the restaurant industry. Honestly,
Yeah.
I don't even know how she did it. She is an amazing testament to all mothers in this world.
Yeah. And Isaac, sweetie, I know you miss your mom, but she seemed like an amazing person. And you don't have to say anything if you don't want to, but she seemed like she was very cool. And so I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Mom, what is going to happen with these beautiful children?
I am going to be the primary caregiver for these children. Currently, I reside out of state. I am relocating to Ocala so that I can continue, the children can continue with a sense of normalcy so that they can be in their hometown amongst their friends, attend their same school. I just want them to have the life that their mother dreamed for them, that was trying to provide for them. So.
Yeah. Well, thank God for awesome moms, awesome grandmas like you, Pamela Diaz. God bless you. Sweet Isaac, God bless you, sweetheart. And Ben, we are literally turning bullying into murder. And the state of Florida now allows unlicensed people to carry guns and turn caring and bullying and the bullying of children into murder. It is inconceivable to me that this is not immediately considered an arrestable crime. I'm disgusted and sick about it, and about my former state where my children lived. Unbelievable. Please keep us up to date, Ben. Will you keep us up to date on what's happening?
Absolutely. Let's say her name on the same day that Breonna Taylor and Tyree Nichols would have been 30 years old had they not been taken from this earth unnecessarily. Right. A.J. Owens, let's say her name.
Amen. Amen. A.J. Owens, God bless her memory. Pamela Diaz, Isaac Williams, and Ben Crump, thank you very much. We'll be right back.